Hello, my name is Wesly Feuquay, world's leading expert in transformational psychology. This is the Transformational Psychology channel. This approach is coming on at a very timely moment in history. When you look back at all therapeutic modalities, they were a perfect fit for the times in which they came up in. They were the right choice for that particular era that they were originated in. So when you look at something like psychoanalysis, it was a perfect fit for late Victorian times in Europe. People had a lot of leisure in that society. There was a lot of time that they could dedicate to something like sitting on a couch and just freely associating and allowing catharsis to come and letting it be completely okay for it to take a long time and to literally analyze, the imagery and the dreams and the associations that the person would make. And as you advance a little bit further on into psychological history, you come up with behaviorism, and that was a perfect fit for the times. It was the turn of the century. We had World War I, we had World War II. We had just begun to understand how to use psychological testing, and we were beginning to understand behavior modification, and that was fantastic when you had to get the right people to the right jobs in a really fast way, which meant saving lives. It meant money, it meant time. And so that was a perfect fit for that particular epoch. Fast forward late 50s, early 60s, we move into a much more humanistic approach into psychology. Humanistic therapies. We started talking about unconditional positive regard. We talked about we started talking about the free will of the individual, treating every person as if they were whole and inherently good, which was very different from the way the analysts saw the human being. And so that was a perfect fit for those times when we were talking about liberation and the freedom of all people. And then again, move forward late 70s, maybe early 80s, definitely certainly into the 90s and the 2000s, cognitive behavioral therapy has become very important, placing an emphasis on rationality and reason and challenging our negative thinking patterns and things like this, and getting people to let that go and to choose something much more healthy for them. So that little bit of history, I tell you that to tell you that these modalities are coming up now. I think they're going to be what alternative psychology is going to be. It's going to be what we're going to call quantum psychology. It's going to be the next level of therapy, even beyond transpersonal and existential psychology. Why? Well, a therapy has to meet the needs of the era. We're a fast-moving society. We don't have a lot of time. There's crises in the world that are unfolding right now, literally today. And we don't have the luxury to wait a long time to bring people relief. We need to do it now. It needs to be immediate. It needs to even be available if the practitioner isn't there. This work fits that bill. It's rapid, it's fast. It gets people back to functioning. It doesn't take a long time to apply. And even more importantly, you can do it on yourself. You can't CBT yourself. You can't analyze yourself. You can't EMDR yourself, but you can do this work on yourself. And so it's time for a new therapeutic modality to be the right fit for the era and the times, and to meet the needs of what's going on in society now. So what do we need? We need a rapid, fast, capable, reliable, accurate way to get people back to functioning. And these modalities do that. The rapid rewire method does that. Accelerated evolution does that. Enlightenment therapy does that. And so it is my real firm belief that what this looks like is the face of psychology for the next 80 years. And we're at the crest of that peaking wave right now before it's available to everybody.